Welcome to MacroCode. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. So today we are going to proceed with our Blazor series. So as you can see, we are able to add students from this application. We're able to create parents, add the parents, select the gender, all this data. Then you are able to add some system codes. So you are able to add the system codes and the system code details. So if you're new to this channel, watch our previous video to understand where we are on this project. So what we are going to do today, we are going to integrate our admin LTE. So I'm going to integrate this template to our Blazor app so that it looks a bit more better and even appealing. Then we are going to use this customized template. So as you can see on this template, we are going to download. It's actually a free template. Then we are going to integrate this template to our app. So we are going to integrate this template to our So we are going to integrate this template to our app. So to begin with, we are going to download this template. So we can download it. So if you are new to this channel, you can actually subscribe and comment down below. So I'm going to download the source code for this template. So it's downloading. So this is my template. It has already downloaded. So I'm going to extract. I'm going to extract the same folder, just the downloads. So so that is the template. Let's wait and see. It's extracting. So for those who are new, please subscribe to our channel. Okay, so we have already extracted, and this is the template. So if I just click one of these navigation, you'll see that we are able to actually open this template, and we can navigate through some of the sections. So now I want us to now reuse this template. So I'll just go to our code, and the first thing that I want us to do is I want us to copy the styles for our application. So for the styles, I want us to copy the styles. So I want us to copy the styles to this folder. So here, I want us to create a folder here called admin LTE. So I'm going to call it admin LTE. So for this admin LTE, we are going to copy all these files, the plugins, the dist folder, and the build. So I want us to copy all these, and I want us to paste them here. So it's copying. So I want us to have that so that we are able to see how our template will look like. So there you go. So we have a build, this folder, and the plugins. So the next thing that I want us to do, if you go back to our folder, you'll see that those are the files that we've copied. So I want us to open, let's see I want us to open the index file. So I want us to open the index file, this one. Then I'm going to open with Notepad++. So this is how the HTML looks like. So what I want us to do, if we go to our app, I want us to go to our server. Then on our components, we have the layouts. So if you go to the main layout, this is how it looks like. Then if you go to the menu, this is how the menu looks like. Then if you go to the app.razor, you'll see that it has these options. So the first thing that you'll see is it has these styles. So this is where we have the header and the body, and then we have so that is how, so these are the sections that we are going to manipulate. So if you check on the roots, this is how it looks. So I'm going to copy the file. So if you go to our index file, I want us to copy all this data, all these links that it is within the header tag, and I want us to replace it here. So I want us to have them here. So then, so we can remove this. Let me just remove. I can try to zoom this a bit so that you're able to see. So I'm going to remove this as well. Going to remove that. Trying to remove those. So making it a bit clean. Then, as you can see, our styles are under plugins. But now, remember on our folder, on our what we did, we actually created a folder under the www root. So I'm going to copy this, and I want us to replace, to actually have admin LTE as the first, because this is where our plugins folder is. So I want us to add this before plugins, and even the dist folder, all this. So then we can actually change the title, and we can say students management system. So after we are done with that, I want us to also add something. So as you can check on the app, so when you check on the app, so if you come to our components, then on the app, we have the head, which we have actually replaced with what we have here. So you see this is what we have on the head from there to here. Then on the body, I want us to replace we actually add the style, this class to the body. Then you see we have the roots, then the scripts. So for the scripts, I want us to also add the scripts. So these are the scripts. So if you scroll down you'll see we have these scripts. So these are the scripts. So I want us to add them here. So there you go. So as you can see, I want us to clean this as well. So if you do that, so let's see. So we are cleaning this, trying to remove all this, trying to remove all of this, trying to remove all of this. Then I want us to copy this and replace it with admin LTE. It's called admin LTE. Then we do this. I want to replace all plugins with this. So if we just do replace current document, there you go. So we've replaced that to make our work easier. Then we can also replace this. So there you go. So we now have so the next thing that we are going to do, you see on our navigation menu, this is how our navigation menu looks like. But now I want us to do something. On this navigation menu, I want us to copy it. Then I can just create a file here and paste it there. But now when you see on this navigation menu, you will see we have the top bar navigation where it's students management. Then we have the checkbox, all this. So I want us to replace this with our templates navigation. You see this layout here? I want us to replace with this sidebar. So if you come to our index file, you'll be able to see we have how this has been arranged. You'll be able to see we have this div. So this div wrapper, we have the preloader, the navigation bar, and we have the main sidebar. you see this main sidebar, and you have the content wrapper. So all these, you see orders, so these are the contents. So if I just click here, the sidebar, I have it here. So if I just, so for the navigation menu, yeah, I can actually borrow this. So for the sidebar, I have this one. So this will be my sidebar. So I'm going to close this, and I can have my sidebar here. So if I just paste that, sorry. So I'm going to copy this. Let me just scroll down. This is where it ends. So I'm going to copy this. This is actually the navigation. Scrolling up to here. So this is my sidebar. I'm going to copy that way, then go back to our code. Then I'm going to replace it that way. Then I'm going to clean this sidebar. There's a lot of information that I don't want. So then the next thing on this, you can see I want to ensure that our file is actually referencing the correct. So this should be dist. So anything that is within dist, I want to replace it with this. So if I just replace, I'll get the correct root. Then I can remove this. So I can say this is students management. So I can remove this, or I can just call it students. Then I can also try to remove this. Have this. This is my side menu. Then on the navigation, I want to remove all this link here and just have I want to remove this. Then here I just want to have students. So if I just do that, then here I can say, so here I want to remove this batch. So I can actually say this is parents. Then I can actually replace this. Yeah, I think this is fine. Can remove this. So that is students, parents. Then I can say, can also get away with this. Let me just remove it. You want to clean it. I'm removing all those navigations. So if you see on our, if you see on this template, I'm removing all these other navigations so that we get the just a small one to work with. So I'm trying to remove all this, but we shall be able to copy them if we need them. I'm trying to remove this, all of this, all of this. Let me just close them. So remove all of this. So we now have these two. We have the students. So I can now add the ones that I want. I want system codes. Then we have system code details. So this is my navigation now. I have the parents, students, system codes, and system code details. Then, so this is how my layout looks like. So if you go to our app, there is something that we need to do. So if we just scroll down here, we have the content wrapper. So this content wrapper, if we go to the navigation layout, main layout, you'll see that we have the nav menu, which is this one. And we also have the main where we'll be actually having our body. So what I want us to do on our template, when you see this nav menu, this navigation menu is actually inside this div wrapper. So this div wrapper, I want us to have it here. Then the navigation menu, I don't want, before the navigation menu, I want us to have these two, the preloader and the nav. So I want us to replace this sidebar and have those two. So if we just click this one, the nav menu ends where? Let me just scroll down, it ends here. So I want to copy that. Copy that up to here. So I want us to paste it here. So that is our navigation menu. That is our nav bar. So anything that is a link like this one, we need to provide the correct reference. So like that one, then we replace. So that we get, if it is images, then we will get the correct images. So let me just click this, remove this, so that we have it clean. So after this, after this, we'll now have our navigation sidebar. So if you scroll down, you'll see this is where our nav menu comes in, and our nav menu is this one. So this is our nav menu where it starts from the side, a side class, the same way it is on this other side. You see this one. So after that, then we need to wrap everything on our, so everything that we'll be having will be within this content wrapper. So these are kind of the content. So on our app, the navigation menu here is now fine. So we'll remove this. Then here, I want us to remove all of this, and I want us to have content, just do div content wrapper. Then I want us to do div, then remove this and have their body. So once we have that body, then everything within body will be tied within this. So you see all this main content section. So all the content will be here. So if we try now to run this app, let's just try and see and run, then we see what will happen. So if we launch this app, we're expecting, let's see what will happen when the app runs. So if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. We'll be doing a complete Blazor series on this channel. And in case you have anything that you feel we can cover, please comment down below and we'll be happy to do so. So let's see how our app will look like. There you go. So you can see how our app looks like. we have, so there is some items that are not good, but we are almost there. So this is our navigation. You see we have the students, parents, system codes. So there is something on how we've actually done, but we are going to correct that. So if you see that, let's go to our navigation layout. So on our navigation menu, ensure this is closed. I think that is fine. Then on our main navigation layout, I think this is where the problem is. So we have the div class wrapper. This is closed. Then ensure this is closed. Then we have our menu there. Then this should be closed, and that should be closed. So then on our app, we check, we ensure everything is fine. So remove this. Then we have the body layout. Yes, so this is the body layout. Then at the roots. So let's see. So the reason as to why we could be having this issue is because of our styles. So let's just look on our styles. Under the layout, we see if everything is fine. So if you come to main layout, I mean under the app. So yes, so you can see we actually have two folders being referenced, but on our www root, we actually have just a single folder called admin LTE. So you should actually remove one. So you should actually check this navigation to ensure that you have the correct source here. So I just remove that and save. Then I can relaunch our app. Then we see how it will look like. So let's see how our app looks like after doing that. So if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. So there you go. So you can see now our app is a bit better. So we have the parents system codes and the system code details. So I'm going to remove under the navigation layout, I'm going to remove the search bar, this one. I'm going to remove this. Then I can leave the, let's see, if we remove that, then you can actually have another navigation layout here. I can just have this. Then I can call these students. Then I can call this dashboard. So if we just do that, dashboard. So if I launch the app, our app should be a bit better. But now I want us to connect to the links for the pages that we had created. Remember we had the students and the parents pages. Then I want us also to add the dashboard. So you can see we now have the students, parents, system codes, and the dashboard. But look on how our dashboard look like. We have the hello world. So you can also update the admin LTE footer here. So where is our footer located? For those, you can actually copy the footer. If you had not copied, we have the footer just below here. This is the footer. So just copy that, then go to the layout, then paste just down after our div within the wrapper. So this wrapper, ensure that it is outside the wrapper and you copy it here. So instead of just hard coding this, I want us to provide the exact date. So you can say date time dot now, then we say dot here. Then here we can actually remove this, and I can say this is designed and developed by macro code. So I can just remove this. This is macro code. So all rights reserved, and we can have that. Then the next thing that I want us to do, when you open our navigation layout on our template, this is how our template looks like. So I want us to borrow this content. You see this content here. I want us to borrow this content so that on our app, instead of having hello world, we have that content. So to borrow that content, come to our template within the index page. Then just after the sidebar, if I just close that, then we have this content wrapper. If you open the content wrapper, we have the content header. So you see this content header, then we have this one, then we have now the main section where we have the content and the content fluid. So I want us to copy from the content section, this section here. So when you copy that section, I want us to go to our index page, just on our index page. So where is our index page? Where we are having the hello world. Where we are having the hello world. So on the pages, just go to home. Just within so this is our pages. So go to home. Then instead of having all this, I want us now to replace this and have that. So I'm going to format. So replace all those code and now have all of this. So this is how our app now looks like. So because we had actually copied this on our layout, if you go to our main layout, we actually have the section and the div content fluid. So I want us to remove these two. So I want us to remove these two so that we don't repeat ourselves. So I want us to remove these two. So it should be, let's see, will be the div. Where is the, let's just return. So where is that closing? Being closed here. Yes, and this section. So yeah, should remove that. And also these two here. So if we remove these two, then let me format. So if we launch our app, we should actually see the dashboards. We shall actually see the dashboards on our application. So let's just see. So if we open the app, there you go. So you can see this is now our app, and you can see what you have just added, the copyright 2024, designed and developed by NetCode, already reserved, and this is the version. So then we have our links. So I want us to restore our links here. So I'm going to rename on my layout, instead of having the name macrocode, Alexander, I want to remove Alexander from my app. So where was he? In the navigation. So I'm going to say macro code. So I remove Alexander here. So you remember the links that we copied. So these are the links that we copied on our app. The navigations links to students and home and even countries. And yeah, I actually forgot we had a link for countries. So I'll just add these countries here. So if I just do that, I can say countries. So what I want us to do, I want us to replace the links. You see these links. I want us to replace the links with our links. So I just come here. Then let's see how it looks. Let me just copy down here. We see how it looks. So this is so we can actually kind of say this is our navigation link. Then this is the icon, and this is the country, and we have, this is the reference, so we can do that. So let me just remove this, so we can duplicate this. So we can say this is our navigation link, and the reference to system codes, I can borrow what we had done here. So I'll just copy that and paste it here. Sorry. So that is it. Then we can also do the same for the system code details. So this is navigation link. Then our navigation link should take us to the system codes list. So if we do that, I can go to system codes list, and this will be navigation link. There you go. Then the next one is parents. So that is the link. Our navigation link was taking us to the parents list. So I'm going to use that. So once you are done with that, you can also do the students. And our students list was taking us to the students list. So if we do that, this navigation here. Then the next one was our home. So this is our home link. And that one was taking us to the, it was taking us to the navigation. So this was the, it was not taking us anywhere. And that was the match, navlink match all. So if we just do that, and let's try to see if we can access our links. So if I just run my app, I should be able now to access our pages that we had done. So the students and the others. So that is, so let's see how it happens. So these are our students. So if I click students, let's see what will happen. There you go. So you can see now we have our students. Then if we click parents, there you go. We are able to see the parents, countries. We're able to see countries, then system codes, system codes, system code details, and then we are able to see the system code details. So we've now created that, so we can actually kind of decorate now our app. So if we go to students list, just at the top, we can actually have within here, we can say, so let's actually see how the template has been decorated for the data tables. So let's just see for the list, something like this one. So if we just open this, we can actually kind of view this. Then for the list, we can add that to our, we can borrow some styles that has been used. So before the list, yeah, so this is the list. So we can have the cards. So I can just borrow this, and you can have the cards. So here, you can just do this. So here, you can have the card. This is the header. That is it. So let me try to see if I can close it here. So let's see how many. So if we click that, we should get the, yes, that's closed. So you can say this is a students list. So if I do that, so you'll be having this card here. So I can actually copy that and replace it to all the lists. So I'll just do, or you cannot, before doing that, let's just see how it looks like. So I'll just do that. Let's see how it looks like. So it's launching. So if we open the app, click students, there you go. You see how our students now looks like. We have the students list, then add students, and this is how it looks like. I think it's better. So I can just now add that. I can add that to the countries list. So I'll remove the container, then try to close these three here. So try to format so that it is well aligned. Then I can say countries list. So I can also copy this, go to which other list do we have, the parents list, then try to update this, then also have this here. So I can do that. Then I can also copy this. You can say this is parents, or you can say students, parents. So that is it. So if we copy this, we can also go to, we've done the students, then system codes. I can just go replace this, then I can do this here. So I'll just do that. Then I can say this is a system code details. The system code details, I'll just remove that. Then I can also borrow this and do it here. I'll remove that, paste those. So I'm just pasting some styles, so don't worry. So there's something wrong somewhere. That's closed up to there. Yeah, so this is not. So then I format to ensure it is well aligned. So then I can do system codes. So I just do system codes. So if we launch the app, let's relaunch the app and see how it looks like. So guys, we have managed to successfully integrate our template to our project, and we'll be now moving forward with this template. So you can see we have now the students list. You can see we have the parents, we have the countries, we have the system codes, and that. I think for the countries we missed something. So if we just go to the layout, I want us to go to the main layout, I mean the navigation menu. Then instead of countries is referencing students. Yes. So what was it was a countries list. So we do countries list, and that should be fine. So let's try to see if our add form is well aligned or it has been distorted. So that is it. So let's see. So let's see if we can add one more student. Then we call it a day for today's video. So if I just come to students, then I click add, you can see my form. So I just provide some registration number, name, just provide the names and the addresses, phone number, and gender, then date of birth. So I'll do year 1990. So if I save, I think everything is fine. So our app is still okay. So we can try to add a title at the top here. So how do we do that? Let's go to our main layout. So for this navigation bar menu here, instead of having this, I want us to have a kind of so I want us to remove these searches. Yes. Let me just here, I can just have, let me try to have a header, say students management system. Let's see how it looks like, or it will be distorted. So let's see. So app is launching. So yeah, so you can actually have that. So that one, then we'll be able to style these application as we go along. We can also rename some of these headers here. So let's go to our home page. So instead of saying orders, we are dealing with the students app. So we can say new students. Then you can say students Excel students success rate. So you can say success rate. You can also say here you can say teachers. You can say here teachers. Then you can say here this is unique visitors. That will make sense. So you can say the students, trying to just make it a bit better. So let's launch our app and see. So that is it for today's, guys. So we've been able to integrate our template to our Blazor. Then we can be able to do more on our next video. So we'll be trying to enhance this application to ensure that we have a concrete app on Blazor. So you can see we now have this application and we'll be doing more on it. So if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing, like the video, and comment down below. See you in our next video. Bye.